Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. Shaun Driver with Brendan, the Red Horde. It's a big day. It's a Tuesday, and it is, Hull City at home to Wrexham, fifth place versus sixth place, trying to get into playoffs or better, although unlikely. We'll go through that in a little bit. As always, graced with the man, the myth, the legend, the knower of all things, the producer of all stuff. Maybe too much compliments, but we seem to. We'll just go with it. Brendan, how the hell are you?
Good. I'm excited. Huge day, huge Tuesday and Friday. I think that's going to determine the season for us.
It's early, but I'm not. I'm with you. It's early, but I'm with you. This game is massive, massive. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, that's it. I know it's big. I'm glad it's big as opposed to an easy game. We seem to play down to people on the games that we should win against poor teams at home. I like that this would be a challenge. Usually that means we raise our game and play well. So that's what I'm looking for. And I'm expecting
the Chelsea effect. Do we take away from that? Nothing but positive, and this is a good. We're ready to go. We're on the front foot, and
other than the dumps and outs thing, yes, yeah.
I think so as well. I don't think there's going to be a damn we're out sort of thing. Jump into fifth, win by 2, right? Is that that's what it is? That if we go up by 2 and they lose 2 points, we jump into fifth place. Goals 4, we've got the benefit, so that's the next tiebreaker. Oh no, it wouldn't be. Sorry, I'm wrong.
No, we got to get goal 3. Difference. We're +9, they're +5.
Oh, +5. Sorry, I had that backwards. I had that inverse. I was looking the other way. We're good. Okay, win game, move on up. We've got stuff with Andy's to go through. I can chat about some stuff that I'll be releasing here tomorrow. And I should let everybody know. My son has a callback this afternoon, and I've got off to that, I guess, and abandon my ill wife for a little bit to take him to that. It's madness in the house, but that's fine. Behind the chaos, if don't look beyond the curtain to see the Wizard of Oz. Just pretend I'm sort of omnipotent, and we'll go with that because it's work is nuts. Everything's crazy. It is what it is. Do you want to do lineups first? Do you want to talk about championship standing schedule and what the game means and why we ended up saying this is the next 2 games maybe potentially are the decider as to how things go?
Your call. What do you want?
I haven't looked at the Andy stuff in depth. I saw it briefly. Why don't you? I'm gonna have to bring it up on my screen because it's not going to show up on YouTube for a while, and I'll be delayed as I talk about it. If you're not on our Discord,
it's up.
Andy. Yeah. Andy is absolutely brilliant, and he puts together the amazing summaries of where we're at with things, and really what he does. Are you looking at the standings one?
I'm looking at the one that just shows the previous 3 games and then the next set of games. Just because it was the first slide in the thing. I'll run through it while you're looking up the other stuff. So it shows our last 3 league wins, and then it talks about this game at home against Hull, then on Friday home against Swansea, then away at Watford and Sheffield United next week, and then away at West Brom, home against Southampton, away at Birmingham, home against Stoke, and away at Oxford. By that point, we really need to have our position solidified, and I think we will.
The picture get clearer and in short order here. I've looked sort of the teams around us, even at other teams that are playing each other and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of the big matches are happening in the next couple of weeks. And then we're all sort of going to end up playing either Coventry, Westboro, or towards the bottom of the table for a bit. And that's where you're just trying to hold on and not drop points. And the team that does, it could end up changing the dynamic. But if everything runs to course, and I think this is maybe the segue, if everything runs into course, you can see the next slide that you should have is the point targets after 35 games.
Yeah. So on the point targets, yeah. So I think most of us are in agreement. 75 will most likely get it done. 75
Mhm.
points is what we're trying to get to, which means we need 18. Andy has it listed in yellow here. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's bang on. It 75 points, and I say that what I have done in the graphic that's going to come out maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, once I finalize it, is I've gone through and I've looked at who are all of the teams playing and how many points do they get per game, and then what do they give away to the opponents, and I've taken that. I've taken their home and away. What do they give to their opponents home and away? I've taken the form, their last six. I've taken each team that's chasing what their points are can be expected running in based on their whole season performance, their home and away schedule, and where they play, their form for the last six, the form for the last 10, and then I average that out into one final metric as to what will be their expected points. And 75 points is what gets you into the playoffs. As it sits today, going through my supercomputer, Hull City and Wrexham will be in a tie at the end of the season. This game is massive because there's going to be a significant change in the standings as a consequence. Just for reference, Southampton expected to be at 72, Derby expected to be at 70 on that path, and you can forget Millwall and Ipswich, 84 and 86 points. They'd have to fall off the map to end up losing 9 points or 11 points over the next 10 games to get higher up. And I don't even think automatics is even worth the discussion. You'd have to have Middlesbrough and Coventry basically lose out and us to go above our average to catch them. We've done this. Brendan was saying, you were saying this, I don't want to steal your thunder, but you were identifying that we've been pretty accurate between Andy's work and looking around and pulling points as we go through this year after year after year. We set the target and we kind of know at this point, right?
Yeah, we've nailed this as a group for multiple years. What we don't typically get right on the last 10-game run-in is games we think we should win, we lose, and vice versa. Games we thought we should lose, we win. But as long as we end up, we feel, hey, there's 11 games left. If we're looking for 5 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses, here's the wins that we think we'll get. Here's the losses. Here's the draws. We usually get who's who wrong, but we get the numbers right because the numbers are fairly reasonable numbers. And that being said, if we're looking for 5 wins out of the last 11, the 2 most crucial ones to get are these next 2, I think, ideally, in Hull and Swansea. That would leave us 9 games left and only needing 3 wins. That seems extremely doable, not to mention the fact that people are underestimating the fact that Coventry should have it locked up by the time we face them and not a care in the world. They'll be playing loose and light. Maybe that helps them out, but they certainly won't be putting out their best team.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And we've got the makeup game on the 17th with Watford. We've also got another makeup game with Southampton, that game being canceled on April 6th. Ipswich has one. It's interesting going through where everybody's sort of at and how you look at teams like Norwich City. They're going to play 5 times against the teams that are playing here. They'll be informing where things go. It's just a mess. It's a gorgeous, beautiful, nervous, straining mess. And so I'll get that out just for reference. And this goes to how important it is with win or loss today. You lose today, your projected total is going to get down to 73, 72, I imagine, after all things are done. And you've got Southampton and Derby County banging at your heels. And that's a nerve-wracking position to be in, especially when you consider Derby County. You know what? They have a more difficult schedule, especially because of the form that other teams are in. Southampton, though, they've been on fire. Last 6, last 10, leading things on the form table. They're coming in hot. It's just not it's a dangerous place to be in. You're either laughing in a sense that because you're 6 points out of danger or more, but you lose this and you're right in shooting distance for 2 teams that are coming in.
Yeah. Can I just jump in for a second there? To build off what you were just saying, a lot of people will tell you you'd rather be playing someone in the playoffs who's been not playing well, not someone who comes storming in from out of nowhere. And Andy put together a really great chart, the last one that I brought up, and it shows what place we were in at 13 games, 18, 26, and now at 36. And we've went from 15th to 10th to 9th to 6th. We've gone up 9 places. We're progressively getting better. If you look at Derby and Southampton, pretty much the same thing. They had a little hiccup between 18 and 26, but they're the next closest, along with Sheffield United, that have been on a consistent run for a long time. Didn't start the season out well, but have turned it around and overall playing better. So those are the teams you really got to worry about, less about Hull maybe, that they've just been consistent. But you got to be worried about the teams that are storming up behind you. So.
Yeah, and fortunately for us, if we're in a battle for 6th, so that's the benefit of getting 5th. You get 5th, and you're going to get one of those consistent teams, not the team that's on the run. We'll probably avoid them in any stretch, right? We're either going to be 6th, which means we're taking on Millwall or Ipswich, or we're going to finish 5th, which means we're going to get the other one of those two. But the storming team, we won't meet them until you're off to Wembley. And I'm sorry, Wembley, it's all on the cards then. Who knows what'll happen? Roll the dice. It's 50-50. It's 2 clubs going for it all and giving it everything they've got. We'll see. Anyway, fascinating time. Do we jump into the... So I'll get my graphic out too. I'll share it around. And I've also created the run-in table of the games to come. What I want to do is store who's been gaining points based on their expected points and dropping, and keep a metric of that as to who's been playing best into the run-in for the last 10 games. Should we get into the lineups?
Sure. Wrexham's is up.
Wrexham's up. So obviously we've got suspensions. Dobson's out. Midfield is really where the story is. Sheaf's out until the end of March. Kakache always out on the left side. And Matty James with his broken finger, which still sends me a little. It's got to be something crazy. Maybe the medication and whatever, because as a consequence, I don't know what the scope of it is. But as well. So that's our holding mids, was where the question was before this happens. The other question is no Kiefer Moore, and I don't see him on a reported injury list. I don't see him. I'm going to bring the chat up in case somebody... Oh, and I should say this. Pause. RKO is making me nervous. RKO is here before the game starts, before kickoff. I don't know when the last time is that happens. I don't... It's good. I don't know if that's bad. I'm ready to celebrate you, RKO. I'm also ready to chastise you.
Deandra said that she heard a knock. He had a little knock.
Howdy, Dave. Nice to see you. And so, yeah, not on the roster, so knock makes sense to me. So that's where the questions were, is what were we going to do? Who's going to be that player who moved back into the holding mid? Assuming Viner, that's where he's going to be and where I think he belongs on the roster. So let's go through it. Algonquin and net, that makes sense to us. Wilhelm's Kluworth, no questions there. Thompson on the left has to be, got to plug him in. So then now you got your answer to your question. Lewis O'Brien back into the holding mid, which makes sense. Good on the ball, decent passer, muffin of a shot. So bring him back and we'll let Broadhead and Windass do their thing up front. Sam Viner, I was really impressed with him for the brief minutes he had a couple of weeks ago. I wasn't that impressed against Chelsea. Were you?
No.
Yeah, nothing bad, but maybe that's what you want from a defensive mid. Is it's one of those things.
Remember,
if they don't do anything, maybe something.
Because he went back and jumped into one of our defenders during a header,
right?
Instead of playing his guy, and the ball goes to the guy that he should have been defending, and they score. So he's had. I understand first game communication issues. He looks a little slow to me. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay, in the chat we got people running because I'm in Vancouver. We always better weather than the whole rest of Canada. Right now, if I show you outside, it's snowing. It's our first snowfall of the year. My kids are excited. It sucks for us, and it's 14 degrees in Ontario. Blech. Anyways,
I still have
so we'll see
snow on the ground, and it's 72 degrees.
You still have snow, and it's 72.
Yeah, well, 72 and snow on the ground everywhere.
Hope you don't get a big temperature drop in the next couple of days, or that'll be fun to drive on.
Yeah.
Longman on the right side. I'm going to ask a question there, and I'll bring that up when we talk about Hull. But Longman or Kabore, you pick your poison. And then up front, Broadhead and Windass, which I like, and then Smith, because Moore's got questions. And I haven't seen, and I don't recall Hull City being trees. So this will be interesting to see how Sam Smith, with his ninja heading skills, where he just is able to find stuff despite being smaller, and his run on behind and holding up play, whether that dynamic has a storyline today. For the inverse, they're bringing everybody except for two of their regular starters. One of them, Crooks, he's suspended, so he's out. And Kumas, the Welshman, getting a chance to do damage against the Welsh squad. I guess if you're the coach, you've got to allow that narrative to try to get fuel, right? And that's the hope. And the other one, Coyle out on their back line, the left side, McNair coming in instead. I've got it reported as a 3-4-2-1, same as us. So it'll be interesting to see. Everybody else, you're looking at McBurney and Gellert up front, 11 goals and 12 goals between the two. They are everything and everybody up front for Hull City. And that's where you can expect the goals to come as wow. It is raining. Speaking of the weather, in Wrexham, coming down. Kumas on the left side of those. So I imagine there's going to be a lot building through the right hand, just because that's where Gellert is, and comparing him to Kumas, he's got way more experience. Going through on the right side, Drama on the right side, and Liam Miller, the Canadian. And if you've been on here before, you know that I have little love for Liam Miller. Been a long-standing Canadian national on the left side. He is, fortunately for us, I consider him exceptionally lazy defensively and not an offensive threat with the boot, but the man can pass on a dime. And so Hyam needs to be on point, and Longman has to not give him the space to make the passes. Don't worry about the threat of him attacking and running at you. It's not what Liam Miller does. And so Longman, a key, and it's for that reason that I wonder if Kabore wasn't the better option, because Miller can be exploited defensively and pace will break him down, because Miller's first reaction is lazy and he won't dig if he gets beat. And so I don't know if Longman has the pace to take advantage of that, which it's interesting. It's the one time where I can question Parkey based on knowledge of the opposition. So we'll watch that one. On the back line, he'll be taking on McNair, Egan, and Hughes. And so we'll figure that all out. All regular starters outside of McNair and Pander in goal. Both teams throwing out, and in the circumstance side, I don't know why the decision made to put to take out Louis Coyle and put in McNair. If anybody has any insights, that one, we'll figure it out. Everybody's rubbing it in with the weather. Everybody's rubbing it in with the weather, except for those in Wrexham, I guess, dealing with the dump. Any thoughts on Hull City? You said you saw Kumas in a previous game before we started.
Yeah, they were getting him the ball quite a bit. He just he was somewhat like O'Brien in the sense that he was not finishing when you thought he should. So he blew a bunch of opportunities when I was watching him play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a Hyam and Doyle game to really make sure that those through balls, those long balls over top, the searching balls across the face of goal, that's what you're going to see from Kumas, potentially Liam Miller, all looking to serve up McBurney and Gellert. And I think that, not to discount Max and say that he's got stuff to do. It doesn't have stuff to do, but I really think that Doyle and Hyam are going to have to be on that back stick quite frequently today.
I agree. That's why I wouldn't necessarily be taking shots at Kabore in the sense that I think if you look at Kabore and Longman, you're thinking Longman's the better defensive guy. And I think if you look, like, he's stacked the offensive guys, a lot of them on the bench, and this is probably the most defensive team you could get out of who we have available. And you want to make sure that McBurney and them do not get off and get to a good score. And then you just expect we'll eventually counter and get ahead. But if not, then you can bring in the horses and you can go after it. That's when you bring in Kabori and Rathbone, who are far more offensive minded and likely to score than is Brian Reiner and so on.
Yeah, I'm with you. Windass has been a little bit quiet of late. I wouldn't say he's been poor by any stretch, but he hasn't done it. There hasn't been any magic. I'd suggest he's due. And so we'll see if he's got something. That Windass does something today to separate things, and we'll send it out there. Score predictions. You know what? I'm going to be honest. As much as it's for a win and it's a big game, I just feel like that documentary Hollywood, soccer gods, all sorts of things are screaming for a 1-1 draw on this one. And so that's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I don't speak it into existence. Brendan, do you have more positive hopes?
I like 2-0 or 3-1. We're winning by 2.
Whoa, the confidence. See, I just think with LOB in the back, the holding mid with limited bench options to a certain extent. I just feel draws in the cards, but we'll see where this all boils out.
They lost to Ipswich. They lost to Millwall, and I think they're going to lose to us. I think we're putting the nail in the coffin tonight on them.
I would love to be wrong. Score predictions, if you got any of them out there, throw them out. Reminder, no game on Saturday, and I don't think I can pick up a neutron. But I'll figure that out. Brendan, whether you want to do a neutral or you want me to do it by myself, if we do, we can talk offline and figure that out. But we're here Friday for the Swansea game. An interesting one because of who's broadcasting it. I believe down in the US, you guys get the Sky Sports feed. You don't get. Dave's got that same cough. Mine's exhaustion from dealing with everything in the house. Just mad. 2 kids. I don't know how single parents do it. Mind you, I taking care of my wife, I guess, adds a different layer as well. But it has been stressful, exhausting, and work is probably falling behind. It is falling behind. But I'm setting it all aside for this. What was I talking about? When you guys, Brendan, you get the Sky Sports broadcast, right? You don't get Mark Griffiths, right?
I don't get Mark Griffiths, no.
So you guys should on Friday. The benefit are I think near certain to get Rob and Ryan on them for the Swansea, which would I hope that's the case, and you guys get to enjoy that. For us, we always get Mark. We don't get the Sky Sports one, so I don't know if they're going to swap over or we're going to get Mark Griffiths. I love Mark, by the way, and I don't want to derogate from him and his broadcasting and how many children he's had to give away this season, but I'm hoping I get Rob and Ryan. There we go. We got a 2. Dave Wood says 2-0 goals from Max, and wow. That is a bold call. Young Bailey Catamatari, which would have to be a late goal.
Yeah,
coming in as a sub for Smith,
he gets in a close game. You know, if you're saying we're up 4-1 or 3-1 or something, then he gets on, okay. But he's not getting in any other way that we're not up.
Hey, Smith is a workhorse, and I'll give you that. But I could see Bailey coming in the 82nd, 84th minute as the last window. Just because, would you rather have? I mean, he's scored with Sheffield Wednesday. I could see it. Make himself famous. Anybody else with score predictions?
No more. And if you got to give Smith a sub, then you're thinking.
Are you bringing in?
Yeah.
Are you bringing in Rodriguez? Are you bringing in Keeler Dunn to move up? I don't think so.
I think Parkey would bring in Rodriguez before Smith.
Oh,
sorry, before Colin. Yeah,
I'll smash something in my house. The Chinook. It's got to be called something somewhere else, right? Chinook is the warm winds that come over the mountain, and which doesn't make sense because mountains
are cold. It's a helicopter in the U.S.
But they change like you. That's the hard part about living in Calgary is you leave and it's minus 25 degrees Celsius. And then 2 hours later, you're out and about wearing a winter jacket and a toque and a hat and mitts, and it's +8 and you're dying. So, wow, 2-0, a 1-0 goal from Windass. I think that kind of matchery, I'm hoping that comes into play and we'll figure this all out. Now that we've got Lewis Brunt out, I can see him coming in as a sub. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. We'll got Swansea and the Welsh Derby with Rob and Ryan on the mics, at least probably in the US and certainly in the UK as Ryan's there. Did they go to the women's match? Did they show them? Did they travel to Aberystwyth?
No.
Well, I'll blame them then for the loss to Cardiff City. If you didn't follow the women, 2 out of 3 against Cardiff City, but they lost the semifinal of the FAW Butte Energy Cup. So the focus is now TNS, take care of business, and all things lead to March 29th, I believe it is, a home game at the Kairos. If you are in Wrexham, you need to be going to that game. That has to be a sellout. I want a full barn for that one. And Calgary has never recovered from Eddie Edwards. The Eagle. Was he loved anywhere else other than Canada? Brendan, do you know who Eddie Edwards is?
No.
So 1988 Winter Olympics. A guy decided the Eagle.
The Eagle. No, I do know who he is. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So teams making their way out. The black and orange for Hull City. God, just seeing Liam Miller wide. Like I'm a Canadian national team supporter. I am a fervent Canadian. There's been no player that has played for Team Canada at any sport that I despise. And for whatever reason, maybe just continued heartache, disappointment, and frustration is watching a guy who just doesn't put in the effort. Watch him put in a cracker today just to piss me off. The only game I've ever seen a guy work today will be this game, and it'll piss me off. But anyway, he's out there. He just I hate the man, and it's irrational. It doesn't make any sense. You ever had an American national team player in any sport that you were just like, I can't stand him or her?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it's not just me then.
No. The American football, soccer team, there were plenty of players I didn't like over the years.
Did they change? No, because the Canadian curlers did nothing wrong, Dave.
No, they
did nothing wrong. That rule has never been enforced for 7 to 8 years. It's continued all the way through.
That's why they do the cheat.
And it is of no consequence. Here's the thing. Curling, you want to have the same delivery every time other than out from the hack to increase your weight. And so the concept that touching the stone is going to have a positive influence on a rock is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And so for people to complain about it, it's a tempest in a T-ball.
Yeah, his overreaction told you he knew he shouldn't have been doing it. The swearing.
No, that was just being Canadian.
Yeah.
That was just being Canadian. And did you see the Blackman goal from last week, by the way? I talked about it previously. Did anybody else see that? If you the off the face goal?
No, I missed that.
Just if you get a chance, look it up. Vancouver Whitecaps doing their thing. Hate leads to the dark side. You'll be supporting Chester by the end of the month, Sean. No, I won't. And I did see somebody on TikTok. The algorithm knows. Showed me somebody ran. Chester had their 10K, I guess, last weekend. The guy runs the 10K and finishes by singing out, "We are Wrexham FC," and crossing the line. Absolute gorgeous. Rule that's never enforced. RKO 7 to 8 years. It happens. Nobody does anything, and all of a sudden in the Olympics we're going to make a big deal out of it. Could we take Hull or we shot our bull? No, Jed, we were just talking about that one a little bit. Is there going to be a Chelsea hangover? And I think, if anything else, there's going to be some confidence. There's going to be a desire to get back on the front foot. And if you can't get up for this game, you can't. I mean, number 7, he doesn't get up for anything. God. But we'll see. We'll see.
Call it out.
I'm sitting there staring and watching. The debate is all curling. Look at what I started. Stephen Martin, the referee in blue, waiting and staring at his clock. We're ready to go. Underway. Wrexham from left to right on your computer monitors or TV. Hull from right to left. Long ball. Dug down and flipped up in the air by Hughes. Gellert, battle. Can't get control of it. And that's a hell of a name to have to say. And I'm going to wait for Amir Hadzimetovic. Hadzimetovic?
God bless you.
Makes sense. Huh, Hadzimetovic. 30 seconds right now. Long ball headed down. 35 seconds. There's the clock lined up. With the ball, Windass. Thomason drawing it back. Doyle. Howdy, everybody. Everybody's checking in. We're moving forward. Long ball over to Thomas. He blocks it down. Ooh, I thought that was going to go for a corner, but it deflects, and Pander's able to go and grab it and collect it in front of the goal line. Nice little interplay on the left-hand side. Things are controlled and measured. And did you see Rooney talking about the race course?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, loudest stadium he's been in, most fun atmosphere he's been a part of for a long time, begging. And also he appreciated he wasn't booed.
His face,
I guess if he wore Welsh,
old compared to how I remember him, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, yeah. Right-hand side, Dramé draws it back. Hughes. Hadzimetovic. 45 yards out, standing still as everybody waiting for a pass. They get it to Gellert, and he's going to take it on, running towards the ball, and nice step in front. Thomason intercepts that one, or wasn't Thomason? We're on the run. Long switch. Can't get it from Doyle over to Windass. Those balls he has are criminal and threatening every single time. Just a little bit under hit. Got caught up in the looked like it held.
Yeah, that looked good. I think the wind really knocked that down. I think you're right.
Knocked that down, yeah. Genie's here. We saw the Swedes footage. But so why doesn't Sweden complain about it at just a regular competition? They knew.
Well, they positioned that camera on purpose to catch it.
Oh, absolutely.
I think if the Canadian didn't make a big scene, it could have got swept onto the rug.
Gone another way, yeah.
If
that's what we do.
I didn't and walked away, we wouldn't have known.
We're sorry until you guys do us wrong, and then you'll be sorry. That's how Canadians operate. Liam Miller, first touch of the ball, pass back, long over top, misses everybody. Chaim's got to go and try and collect it in the corner. He's going to be chased on by Kumas. And so Chaim just smashes it off of his chest, and out it goes. If you ever wanted to watch anything for fun, the Canada-Mexico brawl that happened in the World Baseball Classic, because in the World Baseball Classic, you got to run up the score in the group play because it's a tiebreaker. And so Canada in the ninth inning, up by 7, bunted for a base hit. And so then they plunked a guy and a brawl happened. And that wasn't just a meeting. There were fists flying. So another one to watch. Mexico, that was it the 8 years ago? Anyway, if you look up WBC brawl, you'll see it. Doyle on the run. Windass. We're giving all the sports all over the place, not the football and the one that matters. Broadhead playing catch with Windass. Thomason on a run on the other side. He's offside now, so eyes off. There's the flag. Mark said this. Mark speaking what I thought. I was nervous that he was going to go offside, and he still did. So I was like, wait. Windass has 3 goals and 7 league appearances against Hull, winning the 3 games in which he scored, but losing the 4 in which he didn't. What? How's that for a stat?
Well, you said he was going to score, so that looks good.
So now he better. Throwing bad guys 20 yards away from goal. Howdy, Hezelas. Evening where you are. Afternoon here. Knocked down, Broadhead, flips in the air. It's a scramble and given away. Right foot, and it's good. Would it be funny if the whole tech end did that and adopted the American sport reference? And just as soon as somebody skies it off, would people get that if they just constantly mocked it with the "it's good"?
That tech end is so strongly Welsh. Not that they're anti-American, but they're.
I get it. But the Welsh have that kind of humor, right? That offhanded, cheeky. Yeah, we're only going to adopt the American sport references because it pisses everybody else off, right?
Yeah.
I think it could happen. Thomason with it, Viner with a sliding tackle pass over to him, and it's going to get recycled in a center back kickabout. Windas's dad played over 200 games for Hull. That's Hyam got tackled, yellow card at least. McBurney with the yellow card. Why would you take? What's the point of the tackle? And for no consequence, ball's away. What
oh no, he hit his foot. That's why. He had spikes up and hit the foot in the air.
Spikes up and hit the foot. Yeah, but why are you even playing on that? Like, the ball's getting away.
I like the aggression. I just don't think you should spike up, hit a guy in the foot.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think Hull has not too much time, to be fair. So,
I don't know if this came up as a pop-up on your screen. When was the last time that Hull did the double over Wrexham by taking 2 games?
No idea.
1948-49.
Well, we'll leave it there. How's that?
That's it. And hopefully not next season. Well, they won't have the chance if we can climb the ladder and get out of here.
That yellow card to Bernie is nice. He's going to have to watch his aggression.
Yeah. Early yellows are always great. Oh, there's RKO. He knew. McBurney with it. Frees it up. It comes back. That was Hazimacevic. By the time I say his name, the ball's already touched 3 other players. Spun up there. Gellert, nice little turn on the ball. Maintains it and gets the power to a running Hughes over to the right-hand side, 35 yards. Pass in area, knocked down, can't do anything with it, and it's cleared. Sam Smith, chest down heavy, can't get to it. Tackle, and that'll be a free kick. Is he going to the card too? Oh, so both strikers yellow. He's a happy yellow. That's a happy yellow. That's, the even up call. If that's the standard, it's going to be yellow cards for everybody today. Whew. No, he was even pulling back. He stuck the leg out, watched the left leg goes out, and then you can see him go, and he tried to pull it back. Yes, yellow, no. But whatever, free kick. Thoughts with the Coventry-Southampton game? Coventry win. We're not catching them. What's the point? So, to me, it's 100% the other way. Once after the free kick here, I'll throw that up into a poll. It's a good question, Gabe. Long ball, left-hand side into the area. Oh, lost touch. Sam Smith went down a little bit, but the header off and out from Egan, the center back. Not the tallest center back in the world. Let's see if I can put that up really quickly. Oh, Q&A. What am I doing here? In the Coventry versus South, Algonquin gets us underway. Long ball. Coventry win. O'Brien with it. He's got it over. Doyle through the middle of the pitch. Broadhead with it. He's dancing 20 yards out. Still dancing. Can't find anything. So pulls it back to Viner. Gets the return pass. Broadhead spinning. Trips himself. Jitterbug falls. And it's slid over and collected by Pander. And nothing out of that one. So there's the poll for everybody. Like button down below if you haven't smashed it yet. Friendly reminder. Let the algorithm know it's Egan with the ball. McBurney collects, draws it back. Hazimacevic. Haziemetovic.
Mexoplex.
Solar plexus. Vamos, Gabalok. Thank you to you in Honduras as it's back to Egan, center of the pitch. I love that Dave getting flagged out at Comic-Con in Seattle with the Wrexham kit on. So far, not any attacking threats 11 minutes in. Just a lot of kickabouts. Scott, nice to see. Long ball down the middle of the pitch. Mass run in. Kumas chasing. He's quick. He's got Max, who has had to slide all the way over and follow him from the left-hand side, and it's drawn back. Elo Bree collects and tries to play catch, but it misses him. Skip out pass. It's all the way over to Windass, but missed pass and a missed pass the other way. And so we'll get a second chance to try to reframe ourselves as Max and Chaim will readjust after Max ran with his man across the face. They just slotted back nicely and switched positions defensively for a bit. O'Brien, middle of the pitch. Kluwerth draws it over. Chris, nice to see ya. And Ogonkwo with it through the middle of the pitch. Sam Viner, that's not a good touch. Oh, God, no. McBurney goes for goal.
I mean, it's pretty... I've said that 1,000 times. Don't ever pass it to Arthur.
Well, that was a slip and a fall, but he was trying to, as he's falling, stumbling to play.
That's why you don't pass it to him.
Go somewhere else. Long taking on Liam Miller. Longman couldn't get around Miller, so he goes back to Max. His cross coming, it's blocked down, and it's going to get cleared out here. And we'll take a throw in 9 yards out.
He's only once connected with anyone other than kicking it out of bounds or giving it to the other keeper. So why give it to him? Just kick it out.
Liam Miller playing defense. I've jinxed it, haven't I? I fucking jinxed it. Viner with it. Leicester up 1-0 over Bristol City. Sure. Unless you have an antipathy for Leicester and you kind of hope that the point deduction forces them down. I think everybody would be okay with Bristol City adding nails to the coffin. Losing threads on the guillotine. Max up to Longman. Back to Max. Slid forward. Lots of people are in that, so he tried cross because he had 5 men and didn't want to be closed off, and instead it banged off the defender McNair and rolls around, and it's now a whole city with the ball. Neither team able to crack the shell as that's deflected off a Viner, and Longman settles it down. Broadhead with it. I like Viner saying slow down, settle down. That's not Wrexham's MO. We go. Get on board. Viner settles down, knocks it down. Doyle dancing, looking, tries to pass through, and he tried to split the wall of Hadziemetovic and Hughes, and instead it deflects off and doesn't go through. Long ball forward. Chaim knocks it down, collects. Lewis O'Brien, left-hand side, running with the ball. 3 options to his left. Takes one. Broadhead. O'Brien, Thomason with a touch, and it's going to go straight out, and we give it away. Meh! Not enough in it. Not enough going on. Interesting. 1% so far on the Coventry win. We'll have to talk about that in the chat, because is that just the desperate hold that we think we're going to get that there's a chance for Coventry to fall back?
Even if there is a chance for automatics, you wouldn't expect Coventry to be accessible. Make it one of the other
74 points. I mean,
yeah, they'd have to
30 points left.
They'd have to lose 7 games or something. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
87 points. It'd be a burner. It'd be a burner for sure.
They'd have to lose 7 and make 4 and win everything, just about.
And we'd have to win almost everything. I think he could afford maybe 1. Yeah. David Wood, recognizing he's old. Don't you hate those moments? I did that when I was watching a TV show, and I realized that the people on the TV the same age as kids I taught in 2005 in kindergarten in Korea. I was like, oh, God. I'm an old man. Egan, far right. Hughes with it. Gets it up. Hadziemetovic. That was one of the worst passes.
Yeah. That guy was doing his Arthur impression. If they go pressure high him, all he has to do is go pressure high him, and it's a giveaway. Watch.
There, as soon as time with the ball, back to Ogonko, long to through his back. What the fuck?
Yeah.
He says he's played the ball down for a corner. Griffith said the same thing. That went right through his back, surely, didn't it? Replay that. Oh, you know what? I think he did get the ball first. All right.
Yeah, it was clean. Not happy with Max there. That wasn't good.
Well, I don't blame Max. I think the path was too far. It was just off by 5 degrees.
Yeah, well, you deaden it. You don't kick it to the other team and then not hustle back.
Right-footed in swinger. McNair taking it, the left back. And Ogonko goes out and pushes. He had to jump and dance around McBurney, who went to ground with Hyam, and he kind of had to do a swim move to get in the air and punch, but a dangerous ball in. Mess of bodies there. And is that a throw-in on the other side? It is, 9 yards out. Drame. First team with any couple opportunities and threats there, and we'll get a throw-in, and it's been released. Dave, just win 10 games to get to the autos, and actually stranger shit happened. Yeah, true. I mean, Doncaster went on a hell of a run, and I think they put 9 out of 10 together, didn't they, at the end of the season last year before the wind came out of their sails? Slid back. McNair, right side. Pek Sung Ho. To be fair, writing it P-A-I-K doesn't help to get people get the pronunciation right, right? P-A-E-K is how it's supposed to be, and we'll get it closer. But that's just me being a really particular curmudgeon in my old age. Hadziemecevich. Am I even close? Anybody in the know?
Hadziemecevich reminds me of Hushmanzada, Who's Your Mama, the wide receiver for Cincinnati.
Long ball thrown over. McBurney goes up in the air. It's advanced on Kumas with red jerseys collapse on him. Then it's taken away. Looking for Sam Smith. Can't get there. Headed back. Do we get there first? No, it's Liam Miller. Longman on him. Miller takes a dive. And McBurney's going to go and grab it and collect it. 8 yards out. Misses and comes up light on the pass. And then it goes out for a throw. Max pounds it out. I don't know, Scott. They could be epic or they could be complete nothing. I mean, important to us and unimportant for them, which would be a good thing, right? You've won automatics at that point, potentially. Is there something to play for? Yeah, you're proud and all that sort of stuff, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Uh-oh, giveaway there. Not a clear ball. Going to be an opportunity. Well done. Tackle by Hyam, wiping that off of Slater's feet. And then another giveaway with the sloppy ball, and we're in trouble. 18-yard box shot, deflected up, and just over the back of the net. And Ogonko scrambling. That'll be a corner. Viner with the bad pass. What the fuck is this guy doing? Aw, thanks, Jennifer. That's two questionable plays by Viner.
Yeah. There's plenty of room on the not happy about him bus.
Yeah. If anybody starting to get more and more members paying the fare.
Yeah, I'm driving at the moment.
What's Why is the ref running over?
The fans made a big deal out of the ball.
Oh. It's the dumbest thing. Who cares if it's an inch over, really? But the best punch, it's right there, 6 yards out. At least you got a foot to it, but it's going to come back out for another potential cross. Instead, it's played out. Slater grabs it, flips it back to him. McNair has it 9 yards out. We need to get going the other way as Hull's starting to assert himself. Danger, back post, and headed away. Viner, quit screaming and get your ass over there. You're lazy when you're directing and not going. Last 5 minutes has been Hull City and not us. Gelhart with it, turns it around. Hughes, touch, center back kickabout on their own side of half as they get over to McNair on the left-hand side, and they're looking for Liam Miller. He's taken on Longman, pass forward, knocked down. Egan with it, through the middle, McBurney there, touch himself, right foot. Easily collected, couldn't get any weight on the right foot. Jesus. Back heel turn shoot, didn't get what he wanted on it. And let's go. We need some pressure going the other way. Broadhead with it. LOB. He gets tackled and it's a giveaway. Hull City again. Nice tackle on Slater. He's had his number twice. Giveaway again. The fuck? McNair into the area. Nice tackle. Clueworth. We need to. I haven't seen this many turnovers in a game, and we've seen them in the last 4 minutes. Giveaway again.
They have zero urgency when they're on the ball.
Drame with it, going the other way, headed down. Windass, he steps in front of his man, taken down. We are under siege. God damn. Hadzimetovic over to Liam Miller. This will be a pass. Instead, he draws it back. Hadzimetovic. And they will recycle back to Egan and come at us again. Oh, no, sir. Sir. You've seen that same on-the-ball tackle now 4 fucking times, and you haven't called it. And yet you go the other way. Tell me that tackle's any different. Did he not get the ball first? Pass through? Oh, no, okay. Just missed the ball and got him on the right heel. I'll take it back. Fuck.
Yeah, you're 0 for 2 now.
I'm 0 for 2. They're turning it over. I can't see. It's a mess, uncontrolled everywhere. Long ball, far side, wide open, headed up, offside, flag. Oh, he gave the push. I thought it was our push, but who pushed who here? Oh, okay. That was him. Okay, slow it down for a little bit. Oh, we're going to build it up from the back, are we? Keep the ball at our feet. Clueworth, Hyam, searching. What's the point of building through the back if we're going to dangerously do Ogonkwo? Jesus Christ.
Never go back to Ogonkwo. Just kick it out.
Longman can't get it. Deflects up in the air and it'll be their throw in. Nervy times. Nervy times. Is it our slowness or is it Hull City just outworking us and a little bit of ball?
There's no urgency in the midfield.
Right-hand side, Hughes has it. Broadhead chasing after him. Thomason taking on Drame. Recycle back, switch on. Yes, it is. Egan. From the same country and Dave, and both are big Scrabble scored. Leicester up 1-0 Bristol City. 4 shots for us. Possession, surprisingly, only 52.6 to 47.4. 8 touches in our box to 0. Viner. Ball. And a bad pass. Fuck you, Sam Viner. Another giveaway. And the problem is you keep giving these away and we immediately go under siege. Well done. Lewis O'Brien on the tackle. He's going to serve it up. Sam Smith on the run, too heavy. Yeah, soundbite for Brendan. Never pass to Arthur. Nil-nil everywhere else. Another good question. Maybe I should end the poll. What do you want out of Millwall Derby County? Are you letting Millwall go ahead? That one's a more interesting question. Put Derby County and maintain them within shooting distance. Throw in for us. Doyle with it, running. Thomason, left-hand side. Slid forward. Broadhead, back to Thomason, swung over. Lewis O'Brien searching for options, has some time, and then misses the pass. Ah! Ooh, booze at the race course.
Some horrendous play.
Booze at the race course. I don't know if I've ever heard booze from the race course. Not for Wrexham anyway. Thomason in a battle, and oh man, that is a milked call. Here they come again. Wide. Longman runs in front, and see Liam lazy coming back. That's what I love, is he's going to be lazy. Windass with it, right foot. Oh, big save, and everybody else too late coming on the left-hand side for that delicious rebound that served itself up nicely as Pander had to make a difficult save going to his right. We just didn't get somebody up there because that ball was just up for grabs and nobody went after it. Swansea up 1-0 on Portsmouth. Thrown in, Broadhead with it. Against the run of play. Can we find one here? 27th minute. Oh, too heavy. Then it does go up for a goal kick. Leicester up 2-0.
Our passing is ass.
I want to see the run in from the left-hand side again on that one to see if Broadhead and Smith were on full blast on that or whether they'd lay up, because you'd think with two of them in the same area that one of them could have put their head down and gone for it. But I don't know if that's unnecessarily critical or not. Yeah, that's a tough one, right? And I guess there's something to be said that John identifies. We do have a game against Millwall. So you may think a win and a draw is best and still keeps them in range. Part of me says just getting into the playoffs is what we're after. And so any team below 6 can lose. And I don't know what you subscribe to is couldn't get past anybody. Could Thomason, he gives the ball away and the switch is on to Miller, who now he's running because it's an offensive opportunity. I don't know. I thought the same, but I mean, I actually think he has had the calls right. Broadhead down the left-hand side, too heavy. Drame is get there and just get it over to Pander, and they're going to recycle it the other way. I think it's all blown towards the tech end, which is why those balls are dangerous, is because they're getting kind of held up and driven towards goal, creating a mess of things, right? I can't tell. I'll have to look for a flag somewhere. $30 minutes. I have 30 minutes left, and then I'm going to have to vacate and leave to run and get the lad to his thing and then work tonight, I guess. I don't know. If I didn't have to sleep, everything would be great. I'll be listening to you, Brendan, in the car. We haven't, Jed. I don't get the whole thing. It's just an extra opportunity to milk some cash, I guess. But now you have 2 layers. There's a benefit to finishing 3rd and 4th compared to 5th or 6th because you get that bye. As 8 plays 5, 6 plays 7, and the winner of that plays 3 and 4, and the winner of that meets. So an extra games. 18 miles an hour. So that'd be what, 20 clicks? Clicks being a kilometer, if that's in slang. I don't know if it is. I think it's an Army term, isn't it?
It's an Army, or military term, whatever.
Yeah. Long ball, McBurney. He's going to scoop that forward. Useless ball. Thank you for that. Whoa! Oh,
it's like someone said, don't pass it to Arthur. Never pass it to
never passed it back to Arthur. Jumped off the ball, tried to knock it down. I don't know why you did that and misplayed the ball. Unfortunately, didn't go the other way. Blowing northward. Yeah, that's gusts up to 32. Savard. Assuming the last name. 16 knots. Thirty-second minute. Long ball from Pander. Knocked down, battle through the midfield, and Windass gets there first. On the run goes Longman. Miller not running because he doesn't, but the ball doesn't. You can exploit that side. You can exploit that side.
We can't do
You got to just connect on the passes. Like, this is an ugly, ugly, ugly game. All stats. Pass percentage, not bad, 79%. This feels like it's... And maybe it is the weather conditions, and you got to give them credit, but the mistakes seem to be on the floor, not through the air. We've had a couple of missed passes, and that ball that got knocked down that looked like going to be a good one. Flicked on, couldn't get there. Longman trying to jump in front of it, couldn't do it. McBurney tried to keep it in, couldn't. Throw in for us.
A goal by us away. Before half would really go a long ways, I think.
I'm with you.
They'd feel like they outplayed us, and
Broadhead reaches down and grabs it to get the free kick. The referee debated. I just don't think you got to go through. He went through the back. Like, this is not playing the ball. Boom, through the back. Easy call. Don't know why there was a delay. Well, beat this man. He does 8-9 yards heavy on that last touch, but then it's knocked away and he ran over his man, so it's a free kick the other way. Drame rolling on the ground.
All about the drame.
All about the drame. Stumble. Oh, there's nothing in that. Nothing in that. Yeah, we are going into the window. Bronx cheer. Yeah, RKO, I'm with you. There's nothing there. Not even a foul. It doesn't matter. Do we have somebody to replace Viner? Like, that's the question.
Not defensively. Unfortunately, Keeler Dunn is an offensive player, not a defensive player.
And Rathbone, and you're not going to pull Windass or Broadhead there. Broadhead trying to get it. Viner, make a pass. There you go. It's a pass to Windass. Lay him bad defensively.
If they didn't hate Barney, you could move Thomason back there and then put Barney in on the wing.
You know what? That's probably the best option, to be fair. You bring Barney in for Longman, bring Barney Longman's side.
Flop him over.
Flop him over, yeah.
There's no play in which they don't fall on the ground.
Yeah. But I appreciate that about Wrexham, the fact that they aren't milking things out. Viner, he got a pass there. Broadhead open. He's got numbers on the other side. Switch. Doyle, can he go and chase it down? He can. 9 yards out over against the goal line. Drame marking him. Broadhead with it now. 20 yards out into the edge of the area. Lays it up. Sam Viner! It's deflected and we'll get a corner. Viner got the leather on it. Maybe a little bit slow getting to. Oh, no, you can't criticize that. That's just the kamikaze sliding block. Use brain slick. Corner from the left-hand side. Find some set-piece magic here. Wind's going to be blowing the ball back. So as long as you can't, you drive it towards the goal line. You could get an Olympico. And oh, no, you couldn't get an Olympico. Well, I guess they kind of did, but it wasn't helping there. I thought that ball was going to be blown away. And it kind of didn't it? Thought if you put it up like that, the ball would have wind assist drawn it back into the heads of the waiting some attackers, but it wasn't there. They're an ex-swim and dive team who decided to play soccer. I was going to say, the thing about Hull City, tough northern town, right? Rugby league arguably more popular in Hull than the Hull City Tigers. I mean, when I think of sports teams in Hull, I think of their rugby league. I don't think of their football team. Might be unfair. Push a little bit too much on Broadhead, and he'll get a free kick, and he's going to leave it there and advance the red kit. I'm curious what people that are in England or Wales say about Hull City. Is rugby league what you turn to first as the sport of choice in Hull City? Of course, right when we need it. Nice. Longman gets around Miller. Windass can't get the return pass and tried the outside of the foot pass, couldn't get it, and here comes Slater stepping forward, right-hand side. Drame, he's got Hughes on a run to the right. Well done by Thomason to get there. Can he save it? Throw in over against the flag. They retracted Bull? The bot is after you. Drame with the throw in from the right-hand side. Bernie flop. He even jumped into that one. Deflected back to us, and then Sam Smith didn't know which side of the shoulder it was going to. Egan. Short pass. Galhart, McBurney, Sam Viner, confident spin on top of the ball, and then he gives it away. Is that the 5th turnover?
Just Viner's.
Hughes jumped into Doyle. Like there was contact there. He took a shot. Watch this.
Oh, that's horse shit.
He ran into Doyle. I thought it was shoulder to head, but he ran into Doyle. Doyle's way. Didn't call that a foul, right? He blew it down injury, and it's going to be a drop ball, right?
This is ridiculous.
Did he give it? Oh, for fuck's sakes. You know this is going in the back of the net, right?
Yeah, the wind and everything, yeah.
The wind and the soccer gods and giving a foul that's not there, and now we have something to talk about, and what kind of bullshit call was that? Like, and it's at that perfect up and down spot.
Apparently, if you run at Doyle and bounce off him, very much like Moore.
That's two players where Doyle's literally standing there, and a player's bumped into him, and there's been free kicks given. One of the worst decisions we've seen. Like you knew it. Like you knew it. It's in 1-0.
I really don't know how you don't have short side covered, but
You know what? It's a difficult one because the wind's making a knuckleball. It's in a dangerous situation for an up and down. It had all of the trappings of being a problem. Absolutely fucking mobbed.
I don't think you should have. I don't know how you missed this. Like,
disgusting. Gallagher goal, left foot, short corner, top of the net. Ogonkwo full stretch, can't get to it. Probably moved himself as Brendan was identifying, not in the right position. Got to get after it. You just know when it's gonna go the wrong way, and like that just had all of the variables that you need. Lots of time left, but here they come forward. McBurney with it now, advances it forward all the way across. It's Thomason now, scooped up, and then can't get it to Broadhead. It's touched and lost, and Drame is going to collect it, and here comes Hull City. Left-hand side, McNair, all the way forward, up to Liam Miller. McNair, across the face, a goal touched in. Flop, that's going to be a penalty given. They gave the pen.
this guy is incredible.
What? There flops after flop after flop on no touch, and this is Doyle again. There's the first flop. We get the ball.
Kick the ball. Yeah.
All ball. All ball. All ball. It's all ball. Watch, left foot, all ball. It's all ball. Now this one will be stopped. This one will be stopped. Football gods owe us one. Galhart gonna take it. Left foot. Save! Arthur Okonkwo! And I'm buying a lottery ticket as I'm going to script this whole game. We win 2-1. The football gods know.
Arthur Okonkwo.
Corner coming. Left-footed in-swinger from the right-hand side. It's curling. Ogonkwo up. Was that cleared by Smith? Ogonkwo, I don't know, but it's knocked back out, and it's cleared out, and it'll be a throw-in. Arthur Ogonkwo diving to his left, saves off of Gerhardt, and it's a 1-0 game. Difficult save, too. That was all the way out. He had that. Scott just identifying that nice read. Well, there will be an interesting conversation in the locker room at half. And now we get the makeup going the other way. Bad free kick. Bad call on the pen. Down the line to lead across the face, stabbed away. Hyam volleyed with a sort of an awkward back. Sam Viner knocks it down. Viner, long ball. Smith gets ripped down at the halfway line. Yellow? Yellow. Steve Martin. Record by club. We've seen Mr. Martin 11 times. Long ball into the area. Pander went and got it, didn't make contact, but it couldn't get out to Kluworth in time. Well done just to knock that one out. Window for the, or wet whistle for the half, and 1-0 down. Brendan, summarize that one for us.
Bullshit.
Interesting that we've had 11 games with him, and now in their last 7 games, he's called a penalty. Last time we had him was in this game, 1-1. Like the 80th minute. I can't remember about the Middlesbrough game. That I know it was a late game draw for us. I can't remember there being a shocking decision or anything, but there's been 2 shocking decisions, at least 2 shocking decisions so far. Run through the stats. I've got 12 minutes, but probably by the end of the half, I'll have to vacate and listen to you in the car. Going to the stats myself, they're not going to look pretty. I'm surprised the possession is where it's at, 54% to 46%, XG 0.92. We've only got 0.06, and there's something to be said for that. Is the wind that significant of an influence that we can expect the flip of the switch? We'll find out. Only 2 shots, 1 on target, and that was still a dangerous ball off the foot of Windass, and rebound came out and missed it, so nobody was there. Only 138 passes, only 73% accuracy. They're only at 77%. There's no giveaway or dangerous giveaways out there, but they lead in passes, accurate passes, time accurate long balls, 15-8. Accurate crosses, we haven't had a single one. Throws are 15-9. Touches in the box are 16-1. We need to do more offensively. But you as you called it, a defensive lineup. What do we anticipate? Any thoughts? Anything jump out to you on the stats? And then do we start talking about what we can do to change this up here in the second half, hopefully before the minute?
Our passing is shit. I mean, we're just not, whatever our plan is, it's not working to get the ball forward. They're jumping us early, and everyone's taking their time, waiting to set up the pass, and it keeps getting stolen. Or they're starting to take their time, and then they see the player coming, and then they rush and make a very bad pass that gets picked off. So, like, just play with some urgency and play smarter.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like, just about everyone in the midfield is passing the ball to someone else. So.
RKO saying it's appalling that the ref fouls that just set them up for goal twice in the first half. I don't have a problem when they're earned. And if you sit there and you look at a penalty call and you're like, yes, I'm biased. But that's one of those ones would I feel like we benefited if they called that against us? Yes. That was a tackle in the box that got all ball with the left foot, and the guy drives his foot to go and take a shot at it, hits the ball, and he throws himself to the ground. Well, he didn't throw himself. He didn't act on that one, but he goes to ground because the ball's not there to be moved. And he lost his momentum and goes forward. That is a nothing call. You don't give that one. The more egregious one, that one, let's call it 70-30, 80-20. that's a non-call. Like it goes and you're like, if you're neutral, probably not deserved, but at least there's something in that one. The first one where Doyle's standing there and the guy runs into him. What was Doyle supposed to do?
They're doing the same thing that they do to Kiefer Moore, which is if you fall, like there are some referees that if you fall in the vicinity of Kiefer Moore, it's Kiefer Moore's fault. Right? So Doyle's a big dude, and they've decided to run into Doyle and drop to the ground, and the ref's buying it. So.
What a mess of a game. I'm looking forward to hearing you calling out goals while I'm driving to this audition. I don't even know what else to say. I said 1-1 draw, but I think the football gods are going to turn this around and make a really good episode for the documentary with a second half performance that we can celebrate and highlight those
end up 2-1
complete debauchery calls. Yeah. Sam Viner's got to stop giving the ball away. Let's talk about substitutions. I think Liam Miller's not effective on that side. So why could you not bring Kabore in? Swap Longman to the other side
and move Thomason inside. Yeah.
But then who's running on the left? If you take who are you taking and you're taking her out?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a bunch of ways to do it, but if you're bringing on Kabore instead of Barney, then you're still flopping Longman and bringing Thomason inside.
I like Kabore's pace against Liam Miller because we've already seen it twice that Liam Miller, he swings his arms like he's running fast when he's not running. And you'll even see him know that he's made a defensive mistake on the one shot that Windass does make. Oh, they might show it on the replay here. When the shot gets away, Miller goes like he's mad at himself or mad at the circumstance that he got away. Yeah, I'm leaving in.
By the way, the only good pass that I remember seeing us connect on was Thomason to Windass on that play. And Thomason's just not getting the ball a ton out on the wing. Move him inside. You'd think he'd make some of those connections that Viner hasn't, and we'd be in better position now.
I'm going to have to check out. And so I'm going to blast off and go and pick up the kid. I will leave it in the very capable hands, and thank you for it. And I'll see you guys Friday, and I will be eavesdropping in the car and not able to talk. I break the law and message while I'm driving or pull over so that I can have a moment. So I will thank everybody for being here. Like buttons down below. Special appreciation, Brendan, for covering yet again and rescuing my bacon. Let's turn around and go and get it. Thanks all. And Brendan, I appreciate you.
See you later, Shaun. Good luck.
Okay. Cheers.
Just watching the first goal, I just don't see how Arthur misses it. It looks like he has it. He dives. It looks like he gets his hands on it, but it still goes through his hands and in. But the next one on the penalty shot, he, blocks that solidly off to the side. Great dive. Yeah, they're just showing it replay after replay. Spets, nice to see you. Hope you brought luck with you. Hope you brought a new referee. That would be nice. One that isn't calling bullshit calls. I think someone else in the chat brought it up. I will now that the rain, the pitch looks wetter than I've ever seen it. I've seen the ball splashing as it went by a couple times. I haven't seen that all year long. So that could be really throwing people off where they can't get the weight of the ball down properly. So maybe I need to give them a little bit more of a break between the wind and the soaked turf. Maybe that's really throwing them off. Interesting call, denial. RKO talking about the yellow card when it denies someone an opportunity to score. Yeah, break out the booze. Sean's not here, so he already started. He F-bombed twice. So as far as I'm concerned, the shackles are off. This guy starts calling shitty calls again, and I can start going into my bag of slurs. Let's see what else is going on. Go back to the table. Millwall is up on Derby, which is probably a good thing unless we're trying to catch Millwall, but holding off Derby is decent. Ipswich is losing, surprisingly, to Stoke. So Stoke's up 1-0 at almost halftime. Wrexham's losing 1-0 to Hull. Watford, I always call them Watford. Watford and Sheffield Wednesday are even at 0. Swansea's up 2-0 over Portsmouth. I don't know about you guys, but when we're about ready to face a team, I actually like them winning because then they're not under this tremendous pressure to get a win. So they're less desperate, I guess. So I'm okay with Swansea going up 2-0 over Portsmouth and thumping them. And then Leicester's up 2-0 over Bristol City. So I would say that all of the other games are falling the way I would want them to fall. The only other thing would be Sheffield Wednesday beating Watford. But that's just unrealistic. So if Wrexham can come back and get a couple of goals in the second half and win 2-1 or 3-1, that would be fantastic. Yeah, no, we would tie on points, but we have the goal difference over Hull, so we would definitely be the ones in 5th place. Yeah, a Derby loss is definitely going to be helpful if that happens. And Watford, at least not winning, is also very helpful. Santiago, nice to see you. And Travis joining in the chat. I'll go back here, just peeking on a few things in the background. Nice to see you all on a Tuesday afternoon. Hopefully you're skipping work. Teams are coming back out. Tobias. So what are you saying in the Ipswich game? Oh, 2-0. Thank you for that. Go back to the table. Ipswich down 2-0 to Stoke. who a win for Stoke gets them to 50 points, not particularly threatening from there, considering, there's several other teams right around there, 49, 50. It's a lot to ask for teams that far down to climb back into it, but not out of the realm of possibility. And we do play Stoke later this year, so we'll see how that goes. Going back to the stats, getting ready here. Never stopped the clock. Give me a second. Oh, nice. Rathbone coming on. Sub at halftime. Rathbone. About ready to start. Hull over the ball. And we're away. Ball gets knocked out. Arthur's going to be knocking it back in. Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. Thank you, Santiago, for coaxing people into subscribing and liking. That's nice of you. John Olson, good to see you. I know what's going on that you get Rathbone, a halftime sub. We never see this, right? Throw in for Hull. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out who it is that did the sub. Yeah, why are we losing exactly? We're passing like shit, and the refereeing is horrendous. Here comes Wrexham, pushing forward. Ball's getting brought back inside. Thompson there. I think that was Thompson. Not a great pass in the middle by Doyle. Hull coming back the other way. Of course, a player hits the ground. That's what they do. Ball's brought back in the middle. Bad pass. Wrexham intercepts. Now we're heading the other way. Bad lead pass right out of bounds. Zach Viner's out. That should be. That's who should be out. That's what we were asking for. We were pleading for. He passed it to the other team at least 4 times. I mean, just really bad. Wrexham with the ball, knocking it around at midfield. Try to get it ahead. It gets knocked out. We're going to be a throw-in for us. Well into the tech end side where we're heading. This is what we need. This is where we play. We look far more active out there right now. Hull looks a little bit more chaotic. We look a little on the front foot here. All good stuff. Ball gets brought back all the way to the keeper. For Hull, he just punts it downfield. Ends up landing on Wrexham's feet. Wrexham with the ball, just inside. Bad pass again. Hull intercepts. They flop because we steal the ball back. Ball goes out, and the referee calls a foul. Was the penalty call reasonable? Maybe from the ref's perspective, but not really. So Doyle goes to essentially slide tackle. He hits the ball, and the ball goes off the player's foot, flies away off to the left, and then the player dives forward after that. So even if the player didn't fall, there was no ball for him to do anything with, not to mention the fact that we don't think Doyle connected with the player at all. He connected to the ball. Now a yellow card. Who's that for? Rathbone? This guy's insane with the cards. Rathbone bumps into him with his hip, and the guy goes down. There was no foot on foot. Now we have Rathbone on a yellow. Another one. If he gets knocked out, we're not going to have any more midfielders. We already saw how bad it is playing Viner. You're going to have to move Thomason inside if that happens. Rathbone's Mr. Aggressive. Now he can't be. This is fucking stupid. Ball's driven downfield by Hull. Gets knocked out. They throw it in. Doyle steals it. Here comes break down the left side. Ball's in Doyle. Doyle tries to cut it across. Unable to. 4 players there. Stolen back by, I think that's Thomason or Longman. I can't tell the difference between those two guys at this distance. Ball's inside to Broadhead. He swings it back, swinging it around the side. Goes over to the far other side. Max brings it forward outside to Thomason. Ball's back inside to Broadhead. Kicked out wide. Potential cross. Stupid hard first touch. Gives the defender time to challenge, and it gets drilled out. We're going to have a throw-in. Wrexham with it, swinging it around. Broadhead with it. Swings it wide. Longman with it. Back to Doyle. Doyle to Hyam. Tries to get it out wide to Thomason. Way too risky of a pass. Challenge knocks it out. Also, Longman is on that side. I keep getting them reversed. I don't. Ugh. Bad commentating by me. Sorry. Thomason's on the near side. Oh, chip inside. Wrexham were pushing forward. It looks like it got deflected, knocked out. We're going to have a corner here for Wrexham. Yeah, Windass was going to steal the ball, and they just chipped it out of bounds because Windass was going to make a run there. Here's a corner. He's talking to the 2 smallest guys on the pitch. Here it is. Gets headed away by Hull. It's going to be another corner. I think that was Kumas who headed it out. Headed it. Here it comes again. A little higher, better placement, gets headed away. There was no one from Wrexham in that spot. Don't know what's going on. Ball's down. Thomason gives it to Doyle. Doyle over to Broadhead. They steal it and knock it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in. Quick throw-in to Thomason. Swings it back to Hyam. Rathbone swings it around to the right side. Max kind of misplays it. Rathbone with it now. Brings it back over to Doyle. He chips it in, tries to get a good pass on to Smith. Ball gets knocked out. Smith gets taken down. He's playing a really good game. Quite physical. They have to keep ripping him down. It's going to be a throw-in for Wrexham. Oh, sorry. They said throw-in for Hull. My bad. Hull tosses it into midfield. Being headed around right now, back and forth. Rathbone seems to get it. Gets it to O'Brien. Ball's out wide to Thomason. Misplay there. Broadhead to Thomason. A breakaway for Hull. They're out on the wing on the right side. They cut it across. Yikes. I think Max gets back and knocks it out wide right. They were trying to cross it to the guy on the other side of Max, and he was in perfect position. Good play by him. Hull flopping on the ground again. O'Brien tries to spring what looks like Windass. Yep. Unable to connect. Ball goes back to the keeper, who chips it up in the air. Wrexham get it. Here's Rathbone trying to do something with it. What? They're going to call something on Wrexham. I don't know, handball or something? I can't tell. I don't have it. Don't have the audio on. What'd they call here? What did they raise their hand for? He hit it with his chest. You get to just call fouls on the other team and the ref just agrees with you. That's how it goes. Max with the throw-in. Ball gets drilled way too hard back. Arthur gets back. Gives it to Doyle. Doyle gives it to Broadhead and then back. I think Rathbone with it now. They double team him quickly over to Max. Now Rathbone trying to make something happen. Gets it over to Doyle. Doyle brings it up. Crosses midfield. Brings it back to, I think that's Broadhead. Oh, it's O'Brien, sorry. Ball's on the far side. Max gives it up to Longman. Longman brings it inside. Rathbone tries to get it over to Broadhead. He does. Broadhead in the middle, just outside the edge of the box, trying to bring it across, trying to look for a spot to unload. It's right on the edge of the box. Gives it to Doyle. Doyle hits right across the middle. Gets deflected back. Ball's out wide to Thomason. Thomason trying to lead someone in, and instead just trickles to the referee. Very close. I was just waiting for the slightest of windows for Broadhead. They had a lot of bodies in front of him. It was probably smart that he didn't take. Hey, look at that. A Hull player rolling around on the ground for no reason. Not at all shocking. Yeah. They're taking all this time and bullshit because Wrexham is has the momentum right now. We're pressuring the ball. They drill it out to long down the field. We hit it out of bounds. I don't know why. Guess it's better than nothing. Ball's going to be thrown in at midfield for Hull. Stadium looks quiet. Not a lot of movement. O'Brien tries to spring Smith. Ball's out wide over to Longman. He's looking for an opportunity to cross. He does. Makes it all the way over to Thomason. Thomason all by himself. Gives it to Broadhead. Broadhead in the middle to O'Brien. O'Brien to Rathbone. Rathbone. Ball goes way back over to Thomason again. Doyle's up. Tries a little give and go. Back out wide to Thomason now. Broadhead cuts in. Doyle cuts in. O'Brien with it. Rathbone looking, searching, probing, tries to get it ahead. Unable to. Rathbone passes it over to Windass. Now out wide to Longman. Another hard touch, making it difficult for him to cross. Hull players flopping all over the place. Longman loses the ball. They're trying to counter on the far left side. And I think that was Rathbone covers that up. Gets the ball back. Ball's swung back into the middle. Rathbone with it. details, Shaun? What? Am I giving too many details, or you want details about Shaun? What's what? Ball's out wide to Doyle now. He gets it over to Thomason. Thomason looking for Broadhead, instead goes back to Doyle. We're at midfield. They're not pressing. Tried to push ahead. They're all over Broadhead. He coughs the ball up. They're going the other way. Good pressure. We're able to get back, cut that off. Ball goes back to Arthur, then out wide. I think that's Max trying to find Longman. He does, but it gets knocked out of bounds on a header. Sub now for Hull. They're trying to do what they can. They can feel the momentum is on our side. Let's make it happen. Yeah, they're going to spend a lot of time flopping, rolling around, injuries, subs. They want to break this momentum. Ball's knocked downfield. Bad. Too far ahead. Oh, Smith comes running onto it. Almost makes something happen. Quick throw in for Wrexham. What the hell? He didn't like that we threw it in too quickly? No way that's Hull's ball. This ref sucks. I don't know what the boos are about. Are they booing because of the referee, or I don't know if it's because of Wrexham's effort. They're definitely playing a hell of a lot better now than at any time in the first half. So feels like we're on the edge of something here. Hyam swings it over to Doyle. Doyle's moving forward. They're parking the bus. They're quite a ways back. Doyle now with it drawing in. He's forward. He passes it to Broadhead. Broadhead to Rathbone. Gets out wide to Longman again. We keep forcing this. Here's the cross. They try to get it on top. Broadhead unable to get it. Longman tracks it down. Gets it over to O'Brien. Swings it in the middle. There's Rathbone. Rathbone beats a man. Back to O'Brien. O'Brien tries to beat his man now. Thomason over to Rathbone. We're moving back the other way. Ball clears back out to midfield. We still have control. Probing again. Max tries to beat two guys, three guys, no idea why. Leaves Hyam all by himself. Here comes Hull on the break. Extra man. Try to get back. Wow. Max, what the hell are you fucking doing? Hyam does a good job. They pass wide to, I think it was McBurney streaking down on the left side. Arthur gets out, sliding block. It comes across the middle, and Doyle gets back and clears it out. Well framed out by, oh, that wasn't McBurney on the far left side. It was Gerhardt. Here comes a corner by Hull. Far post gets headed out wide. Hull on the ball. Headed in. 2-0. I think Deandra says it best.
What the
2-0 Hull. So the corner gets headed out wide. We get out and cover the man, but we don't really pressure him. He's able to put a decent cross in. The cross is short side, outside the penalty box, and just a good redirected header, a low cross. Yeah, I don't know who that was. That could have probably jumped and got in the way and didn't, but no, that was Rathbone, and he couldn't have jumped. He's not that tall. It's Kumas with the redirect, I believe. Again, we got to win 5 games. We can lose 3. This is not the game to lose, though. Hull with the ball, booting it downfield. Wrexham hitting it back. They're going to be really parking the bus now and over-dramatizing everything. I think Wrexham need to put in some subs, go for it a little bit more. Hull pushing forward, right on the edge of the box right now. Pretty good defense there by Max. They tried to pass it out wide. Max was able to knock it down, and Hyam clears it all the way out to midfield and out of bounds. Yes, Frank, that was painful to watch. I know we're trying to make something happen, but when you're a cornerback, you do not try to split 2 defenders and leave only one defender back. You can't be pushing forward on the right and the left. Doyle thinks he's a forward. You know, that's going to put you in a dangerous position. But if you have 2 other defenders back, you probably can handle it. You can't have Doyle as far up as he plays and then Max think he can do the same thing. And then Hyam's left to manage, 1-on-3. That's not going to work out well. Ball's being kicked around. They're packing it in. They just slew foot. Oh, my goodness. They take out O'Brien. No call right in front of the ref. Trying to get back. Ball's in the middle. Hull with it. Beats their man. And Hyam takes him out. It's going to be a yellow card because that's what he does. Fucking A. Hyam gets a piece of the guy's leg, falls just outside the box. So it's a foul, not a penalty. When you're dead center middle like this is, it with the wall, I don't know. It's a difficult up and down. He's essentially on the edge of the box. I mean, where it is right now. No, sorry. The ball should be closer, and somehow Hull was able to roll the ball back. They're a good yard or 2 off of it. They're around 20 meters. They could get it up and down from here. They also took the ball out of the middle and rolled it a little bit off to the right, trying to give themselves essentially more distance to hook it in. My guess is that they're going to hook it left. Arthur's shaded there. Nope, they drill it down into the wall and try to sneak it through. Hull with it. Ball's being headed around in our box. Wrexham finally gets a hold of it, drills it out to midfield. Hull heads it back in. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for us. I have 67-36 right now. Here comes a sub. As expected, Hull will stretch this thing out. McBurney is walking. I think he's walking in slow motion. Yeah, that's literally slow motion. He's not even picking his feet up. I think he's dragging them. They're moving like this much. He's going to take every bit of time he can. There's more than 20 minutes left in this game, and they're milking it already. He's still making his way off. He's not off the field yet. And he's off. They had 2 subs. Now we have to wait for the other guy to walk his way off. You like yellow flags? Why don't you do a time-wasting one, you stupid son of a bitch? Wrexham with the ball at midfield. They swing it back around. Doyle with it now out on the right. Or on the left, sorry. Thomason with it. Broadhead back to Thomason. Thomason back ahead. Nice play to get Broadhead open. Broadhead's out on the wing. Slips it in. Gets knocked back out. Pretty good cross. Unfortunately, it found a Hull player. Here's Broadhead. Chips it across to O'Brien. Back to Doyle. Doyle to Hyam at midfield. Gets swung over to Max. Max out wide to Longman. Back to Max. Don't like that. Sliding interception by Hull. They're heading the other way. I think that's Rathbone. Here comes Kabore, and is that Keeler done? I see Longman coming out. Windass off. He's probably not happy about that. Yep, Keeler done in. Nothing particularly was getting done by either of those players, so I guess I'm okay with the subs. The sub that had to happen was the Viner one at halftime, and it did. So that was shocking and awesome. Wasting time here, kicking the ball up into the stands. Can't find another ball. Ball's finally thrown in, deep in Wrexham's end. Goal kick. For Arthur, he gets it out quick. It's over to Doyle. Doyle tries to pound it through the defender and drills it out of bounds. Yeah, Kabore came in for Longman, and Windass left for Keeler Dunn. Thomason just passes it to Hull. They screw it up, thank God. Ball's in the middle. Looks like O'Brien with it. Chips it down the far left side. There goes sprinting. Looked like. No, that was Longman hustling his ass off. You never see Broadhead running that hard. So I wasn't sure who it was. Yeah, Thompson was unable to get there. Ball was too far ahead. Yeah, now goal kick for Hull. Guy puts down, decides, no, I got to roll it way over to the other side and put it down over here. Then we got to walk around a little bit. Now he finally kicks it, and he kicks it right out of bounds. Oh, no, it stayed in somehow. Player flops for Hull. No call, thank God. Hull tracks all the way back to get it. They boot it long downfield. Doyle heads it. Unable to connect with Thomason. O'Brien's pressuring. Thomason's pressuring. Smith pressuring. They drill it deep downfield again. Hull tracks it down, gets to it. Nice work by Hyam to help out Doyle. Good effort by Hull to try to get on the end of that. It's going to be a throw-in for Wrexham on the sideline after Hyam knocks it out. Wrexham with the ball at midfield. Bad pass way out wide to Kabore. He's able to try to get a hold of it. Not easy. He had to track it all the way back to Hyam. Hands it off to him. Max with it to Rathbone. The second the ball gets in the middle to Rathbone, he gets swarmed immediately. Ball's back to Max. Max patches it to the man who should never be passed to. Ball's then over to Doyle. Doyle to Thomason. Ball's back in the middle to Rathbone. Sprays it out wide to the right. Good lead pass. Gets it out wide to Kabore. First hard touch. He's sprinting in. Another hard touch. What are you doing, my friend? He drills the ball. Ball gets knocked out. And it's going to be a corner. We're trying to line it up quick. I think Kabore could have done more with that. We had numbers. They were getting back at full speed. We should have been able to take advantage of it. We didn't. We got a corner. We got to make something happen here. Ball's in. Keeper gets a hand on it. Ball's up in the air, trying to head it around. Ball's getting knocked out. Hull comes sprinting out. They're unable to get it. We have it. Ball's wide on the right. They're double teaming Kabore. He's able to knock it off someone. He's trying to get the fans fired up. He's gesturing to the tech end. It's going to be another corner, short corner they play. Kabore has it. He tries to chip it across. Unable to get on the head of it. Doyle's looking for it. Wow. I think, who was that? Someone, Hyam, comes running up complaining. I don't know if it was a handball. What's he complaining about? Hyam feels we didn't get a call. Ball, Thomason out on the far left side. He's looking to slice it in. Instead, he passes it back to Hyam. Ball's in the middle. Rathbone with it. Gives it over to Max. Max out to Kabore. They rush him. Kabore with it now with a give and go. Tries to slice it across. Yes, there it is. Yes. Woo. Hell of a pass by Kabore. Great give and go. And finds Broadhead in the middle. Wide open. Absolutely wide open. Easy tap in. Keeper didn't move. That was awesome. We're at halfway there to the work we need to put in here. 76-13 right now. That was some horrendous defense by Hull. No one playing Broadhead. To be fair, the defender on the far side, he was kind of splitting the difference between Broadhead and Thomason behind him, but really he had to play Broadhead and he didn't. Wrexham on the front foot. Kabore charging down the right side. Not a great pass there. We end up losing it to the keeper. He hits a bad pass out. Rathbone with it. He's trying to make something happen. Sprays it out wide to the right. Ball's chipped in. Here we are. Bucks. Oh, Hull drills it out of bounds. Able to get it out to the side and not through the end line. Pretty good cross there. It would have found the feet of Smith. Wrexham with the ball deep into the corner there on the throw-in. No one's getting open. There's the throw-in. Back to Kabore. Little give and go. He tries to chip it in. Ball's getting fought for. Ball goes out. We quickly get it. Brian quickly gets it back to the keeper so that he can kick his goal kick. And, of course, the keeper's trying to find the perfect piece of turf to kick for him, so he'll just be taking the next 10 minutes doing that. He's still looking for a good spot. Thinks he's found one. Finally backs up. And there you go. He boots it downfield. Hull just immediately boot the ball out, because that's what we're going to be looking at, trying to kill as much time as possible. Ball's thrown in by Wrexham. It's at midfield. Knock it back. Hyam with it. He's bringing it over. They got to go up through the middle. They go back to Max. Max gets it up Moving down that right side again, slide tackle. They're unable to take it from us, bring it back to the middle. I think that's O'Brien with it. He brings it out wide to Doyle. Doyle's looking. Oh, nice pass into the middle. Ball's right there. Oh! Blown opportunity. Great pass by Doyle to Broad. Oh, there's a big flop. Motherfuckers rolling around. Some bullshit. Yeah, he's rolling around like he got clipped. Again, he banged into Hyam and then just rolls around like someone took his legs out. When, again, like any bump shoulder-wise and the guy's not leading or throwing his arms out, I mean, this is a physical game. It should be allowed. What they're doing is they're running into our players and then diving and rolling. And the referee is just allowing that shit, and then he's entertaining it by giving yellow cards and the ball. Hull with the ball, midfield on a throw-in. And, of course, it goes out. It's going to be a throw-in for Wrexham. Doyle's looking for someone. We have an opportunity here, Wrexham. Ball's out wide on the far right side. Kabori brings it back to Rathbone with the ball. He's bringing it upfield. Gets it in the middle. We swing it out wide. There's Thomason with it. Doyle. There's a cross in. He leads Smith and everyone else too much. He was trying to stay aggressive. He didn't put any air under it. He drilled it low and hard, and O'Brien could not get there. More subs for Hull. Feels like their last window. The 81st minute. And they, of course, do one player at a time. Only one player walks towards the sideline, waits till that player gets off before the next player walks to the sideline. It's goal kick for them. Finally away here. Forgot where the ball was. Ball gets knocked back to Hull, and they immediately kick it out of bounds again. It's like one touch out of bounds, one touch out of bounds with them right now. Yeah, we need more floppers. That's what they did. Yeah, we always fall apart on the ones we feel like we can't afford to and shouldn't, and then we win the other stuff and make up for it. I don't know. It's crazy, isn't it, Gabe? Ball gets knocked ahead. Wrexham trying to make something happen. We're getting mauled right there. Good nutmeg. Ball's getting moved forward all the way over. There's Doyle. Doyle on the edge of the box. Blasts it. Goes off a player's leg and goes wide left. We'll end up getting a corner out of it. We're in the tech end right now. Coming up on the 83rd minute, it looks like Rodriguez is coming into the game. Looks like he's getting ready to come in. Here's the corner. Slices it in. Good play. Oh, there it is. Player goes down, tries to knock it in, unable to, and there's another one. And Hull clears. Someone slips on the ball, goes right to him for Wrexham, and he slips as he tries to kick it and somehow slides off. Let's get the replay on this. Who is that? was a hard touch. I can't tell. You guys are going to have to help me out. Smith comes off. Rodriguez in, and Calamatre comes in too. Cleworth off. I'll wait for the subs to get announced. But we brought in 2 forwards. Smith came out and Cleworth came out. Calamatre and Rodriguez in. Well, at least Parkey is trying to go for it. A few minutes ago when Hull was making the subs, that was probably the time to do it. So you didn't waste more time, but it was a quick substitution. Ball down the middle. There it is at the edge of the box. Oh, one-timer. Looked really good there. I think that was Keeler Dunn. One times it misses it left. On a good hold-up play by, I think that's Calamatre. I know I'm butchering his name. I'm sorry. Yeah. You got to do better with that. Dunn. Bailey. There you go. I'll just call him Bailey. Hell of a lot easier. Yeah. Hull with the foul. Got 5 minutes of regular time. Gabes, you're right. I'm wrong. I said there's no chance they're bringing in. Oh, they take out Kabore. They get a yellow card for it. I would imagine a lot of chippiness is going to be happening. Oh, yeah, really bad late move by Culver. Just killing clock. We want the ball back in, ref. Do you think you can ride a little faster? Wrexham brings it in. Rathbone with it. Bringing it forward. Gets it out wide. Kabore with it. He's getting pressed. Gets it back to Rathbone. Swings it back around. All the way over to Doyle in midfield. There it is to O'Brien. O'Brien to Rathbone. He's looking for somebody. Has to spray it back. O'Brien with it. Goes out wide left to Doyle. Doyle brings it back towards the middle. He gets triple teamed. O'Brien gets the ball over to Hyam and a little bit of a scramble there. Oh, Rathbone clears it all the way back to Arthur. You're not supposed to do that. Haven't they heard me? There's Hyam with the ball. Gets it out wide on the far right side. They're looking to try to send Kabore. He's trying to beat his man, trying to split 2 guys out there now. Dancing around. They send a 3rd guy out there to deal with. Oh, and that guy shoulder barges. They haven't allowed that shit all fucking game, and they let him do that to Kabore. Motherfucker. O'Brien with it. Swings it wide to Thomason. Thomason to Doyle. They try to leak it ahead. Good run in by Wrexham. There's across the middle. Oh! Great work. Rodriguez almost able to get his head on that. Who was that was able to hold that ball up? One hell of a fight there. Bailey fights his way in, chips it across, pushing the back, which they don't call. Otherwise, Rodriguez probably heads that in. Hell of a play by Bailey. And Rodriguez comes flying in to head it, gets a little bit of a shove in the back, enough to make that difficult. And the goal kick, still haven't kicked it in, obviously. Nope, they just did. Hyam with it, kicks it up the middle. Hull player dives, no call. Ball's out to Kabore. Interesting play. We give it up. We try to get it back. We do. Ball's on Kabore's foot. He's trying to bring it up. They're all over him. We have to spray it back. Yeah, you can see Rodriguez pick up speed while he's floating in the air. Ball's out wide. Doyle with it. There's the chip in. Ball's getting headed around. Dangerous place right now. Hyam with it. Sprays it out wide to Kabore. Kabore is going to have to beat his man. He gets bodied. Flops. Still bodying Kabore and flopping, and then he trips him. How about a yellow card, ref? Now they're fucking around. Kumas is and stalling, taking the ball out. Yeah, it's going to be a kick from there. This is time wasting. The ball's who knows where now. Kumas just keeps going and grabbing and the Kabore and then throws him to the ground and no call. There's nothing legal about that. Rathbone looking for a setup here. Past the 89th minute. This is going to be an important one here. It's really, you have to make something happen right now. Rathbone's out wide right, at least 26 meters out, 25 maybe. There's the chip in. Ball's in the middle. It's out wide to Thomason. Thomason on the edge of the box. Puts it in the middle. There's O'Brien. Hard first touch. Tries to bring it in. Gives it to Thomason. Thomason chips it into the middle. Headed away by Hull. Rathbone able to get on the end of it. He's trying to drag it back in. They're trying to be physical with him. There it is. Ball's getting worked around. O'Brien has it. Gets it over. There's Thomason. Thomason tries to chip it in again for a header. Unable to do it. Gets to a Hull player who knocks it back. Kabore's all the way back, playing safety. Wrexham trying to move it forward. Hull really parking it. We get +5. That's all. Only 5 minutes. Extra time here. 90 minutes, 20 seconds at the moment. Kabore with the ball at midfield. Gets it over to the middle. Wrexham moving forward. They spray it out wide. Doyle rushing down the left side, thinking he's a left wing back. They send two at him. He coughs it up. O'Brien with it. Gets it over to Doyle. Doyle drills it off his guy. Ball looks like it's going to be a corner for us. Going to have move a little faster, Wrexham. Come on. Rathbone with the kick, lining it up. Most of the players are forward. There it is, middle. Not sure who got a piece of it. Ball goes up the other side. Looks like he calls it for Wrexham. Not sure who did hit this. Oh, yeah, that was a Hull player. And then they're arguing about it. Of course they are. No one from Wrexham jumped off the ground. Here's O'Brien from the far side corner. Too low. Ball gets knocked out on the edge of the box. There is a front. Rathbone kicks it around. Penalty. Call it. Hyam tries to one-time it. Misses the ball. Goes back and it's going to be a gold kick that's, I'm sure, going to take about 5 minutes. Rathbone tried to one-time it. He was a little slow to get to it. Yeah, they defended it pretty well. And then you were left with Hyam one-timer, and he didn't get a good foot on it. Hull kicks it out. We're at 92-20 right now. 2.5 to go. It's going to be a throw-in for Wrexham. They do. It's in our backfield. We're swinging it around. Out to Doyle. Doyle goes long across over to the right side. Unable to connect. Hull with it. We defend it well. Ball's out. Throwing for Hull. Rathbone was all over it. Hull taking their time. Yeah. They can't get the guy to throw it in. Finally does. Ball's at midfield. We get it back. It feels like we've had possession for the last 20 minutes. A bad pass there, I think, by Doyle. He was pressured by two guys. Hull's coming down the right-hand side. One-on-one with Doyle. Knocks it off a guy. Ball gets deflected all the way over to Kabore. Kabore's trying to come up the right side. He gets mugged and tripped again. should be a yellow card because didn't even touch the ball, just took out the guy, no call. No, 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 you did give him a yellow. Sorry. There was nothing about that was anywhere near the ball. Kabore beats him, and he just goes, whoop, I'll just take his legs out. That should add more time on. Kabore's, I think, drawn like 3 yellow cards, and it should have been more. Hull just drills the ball out of bounds again. Wrexham with the throw in deep in our end. Hyam with it. He's going to spray it out to Doyle. Doyle in the middle of O'Brien. Thanks for the call, W&G. Out wide to Kabore. Kabore's coming down the right side. Loses it. Goes out of bounds. Hull fans are going crazy. He's right in front of the away end. Coming up on the 95th minute here. It's taking forever for them to throw the ball in as usual. Ball comes in. It's getting headed out of bounds, of course, because that'll take some time. Why are Wrexham fans leaving? I don't get this. There it is. He didn't give any extra time for any of that bullshit. Final score 2-1. I do not like that ref. I hope Shaun has better luck than did Wrexham right there. That was frustrating. We looked really good. We looked really good most of the second half. We were better than they were, I think, the whole second half. And we just couldn't get it done. I don't know. I think we'll be fine energy wise. We had we were pushing really hard there, but I don't think we looked drained by any means. So I think we'll be fine. I'm going to go to the table, show where we are, and then I'll look at the stats for a minute. Let's bring in the table up. Hull is now at 63 points. Wrexham in 6th with 57. We have 1 game in hand. But that will only draw us within 3. So there's a 6-point difference. That really hurt. The loss hurt so much against Hull, allowing them to creep further ahead. Derby does lose, so they stay 3 points behind us. Watford, Sheffield United came up and tied that 1-1. W&G called it out. So that kept them gave them 52 points. So they're not getting much closer. Yeah, Swansea won. That gets them up to 52. Ipswich drew. So they're at 65 points. They're also like us at 36 games. So they will have a game in hand as well. Millwall won. They're at 68 points now. Middlesbrough and Coventry play tomorrow, along with Southampton. All the teams we care about tomorrow there. Yeah. Every time they did a double on us. That's correct, Woody. Yeah, do not feel good about either game we played against them. I didn't like the first one. I thought it was just a couple of mistakes. And then this one, we shit ourselves in the first half. Just horrendous passing. I'm wondering if, Parkey does not make many subs at halftime, and he did for Viner. And Viner was awful. I mean awful. And Parkey usually doesn't, penalize people playing that bad and ripping them out of the game, but he did with him. We may not see that guy on the pitch again unless we desperately need him. And I'm not saying that would be a bad thing, at least the way he's playing right now. If we look at the stats, it's not a great thing when we have all the possession that we had, 63%. We had an XG of 1.07. They had 1.53. They had 12 shots. We had 10. They had 5 on target. We only had 2 on target. Ugh. Both teams, 3 big chances. We had 2 missed. They had 3 missed. Wow. We almost doubled them up on passes, accurate passes. That's a lot. 412 to 217. They just kept kicking it out of bounds almost the whole second half. 11 fouls for us, 9 for them. Really, that's not an accurate depiction of the game. The game was not called evenly or fairly, in my opinion. 8 corners for us, 4 for them. Shots in the box, they had 6, we had 5. We had a lot of stuff off target. Yeah. Rest of everything as you'd expected. Broadhead had, they rated him 7.9. Kabore 7.5. O'Brien 7.1. And then Thomason 6.9. So not a lot of great ratings for a lot of the Wrexham players. Coming back, quick turnaround. We'll be back on Friday against Swansea at home. That's, that's certainly not one that we can afford to drop any points on. Just seeing in the chat there. I don't know. We don't have to slump our head down and walk away. Again, that means 10 games. We need 5 wins. So we got to win half of the games going in. That's why this game was important. So again, we feel like we're going to need 75 points. That would be 5 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses when we were at 11. Now we're at 10. We lost this, so we can only lose 2 more out of the last 10 games. We need to win 5 of them. It's getting to be a tall order, not impossible by any means. The other difficult games we have, Southampton. You might think Watford is a tough game. Some may say Swansea's a tough game. And then Middlesbrough and Coventry at the very end. My thought is at that time, those teams will be settled in their position and maybe not playing particularly hard. So hopefully that's the case. And then that only getting 2 losses the rest of the season becomes more doable. Yeah, that's just, you didn't want to have the loss today, and we did, and especially not to a team we were chasing down in points. We just gave them a nice cushion right there that we did not need to do. Quite frustrating. Well, I thank you all for staying with me and joining in today. We will be back on Friday against Swansea, back at the Kairas. Yeah. Not the finish we wanted, but I did like our effort in the second half, and Bailey looked really good in the, unfortunately, 12 minutes we got to see him thereabouts. Really good pushing forward. And I guess that's it for today. I will see you all Friday. Up the town.